Hi, the SI meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Monday, November 25th. A lot to talk about this morning. We have a big storm coming up the eastern seaboard. It looks like it'll bring heavy rain, primarily rain to the big cities along the I-95 corridor. There can be enough cold air at the onset for a brief period of some mixed frozen precipitation, some rain, sleet, or snow perhaps at the onset, just for a brief time in the big cities. And then at the end of the storm, late Wednesday night time frame, enough colder air could come pouring in on strong winds that there could be some snow shower activity. But again, the bulk of it will be heavy rain, and it could end up being 2 to 4 inches of rain in the big cities, primarily focused on Tuesday night and early Wednesday. In addition to the big storm coming up the eastern seaboard over the next 24 to 48 hours or so, the cold this morning and yesterday is really making news. In fact, Philadelphia this morning broke a record for the date, reaching bottom out at 20 degrees early this morning. That actually is the coldest November temperature here in Philadelphia in 24 years. It was late November 1989 when we had temperatures this cold during the month of November. Record lows were also set in Allentown, Pennsylvania, Trenton, New Jersey, and this is a map from coolweather.com that shows the extent of this cold air mass. At or near record lows this morning, up and down the eastern seaboard and all the way out to the Ohio Valley. Yesterday's high temperatures were just phenomenal for this time of the year. 30 degrees at Central Park, 32 in Philly, and these temperatures are some 21 degrees below normal for this time of the year. That's incredible cold. And again, Philadelphia this morning had a temperature reached of 20 degrees, the coldest November morning in 24 years here in the Philadelphia region. Well, let's take a look at the current surface map. Kind of innocuous looking here. We have Arctic high pressure sitting right on top of the mid-Atlantic region again, at or near record lows all the way up and down the eastern seaboard this morning. Philadelphia with amazing 20 degrees, the coldest November morning in 24 years. There's a low pressure system depicted here on the surface map in the western Gulf of Mexico. This is an area to watch for. It plays a key role. We'll see in the radar in a minute. There's already a wide area of showers and thunderstorms. All of this moves up the eastern seaboard. It looks like primarily a heavy rain event for the big cities, and snow in the higher elevations well to the west of the big cities. For example, the favorite areas for a big snow event here look like western Pennsylvania and western New York State. The I-95 corridor between D.C., Baltimore, Philadelphia, and New York City could end up getting anywhere from 2 inches to as much as 4 inches of rainfall over the next 24 to 48 hours or so. All of this begins on Tuesday, kind of peaks with the heavy rainfall in the I-95 corridor region Tuesday night into early Wednesday. Then colder air pours into the back end late Wednesday night. The winds on Wednesday night and Thursday morning will be very strong indeed as yet another Arctic outbreak moves into the mid-Atlantic region. Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, will no doubt be very cold for this time of the year. Well, here's the latest infrared satellite imagery loop from the SSEC Wisconsin website. Clear skies kind of hanging on here along the east coast, but clouds will thicken up later on today, and it'll certainly become mostly cloudy in the overnight hours. Here's the area of interest here as far as this upcoming storm goes. Lots of moisture. This is a moisture-rich storm. In many areas in the Mid-Atlantic region, we've been rather dry, and we're going to go from drought conditions to near flood-like conditions here over the next 48 hours or so. Again, with all this Gulf of Mexico moisture riding up on top of the departing cold air mass, we could see 2 to 4 inches of rainfall up and down the east coast over the next 48 hours or so before yet another Arctic outbreak reaches the Mid-Atlantic region Wednesday night and Thursday. Here's current radar, and here is that area of moisture down in the deep south. This gathers together, strengthens, and a storm rides right up the eastern seaboard here, and the entire east coast region could get very heavy rain later on tomorrow night, and Wednesday morning, on the order of 2 to 4 inches up and down the east coast. Again, the favorite areas for snow from this event look like western New York, western Pennsylvania. You have to go fairly far west inland to the west of the big cities for significant accumulating snow. Again, it could be just cold enough at the onset for some frozen precipitation along the I-95 corridor, and on the back end there could be some snow shower activity. But for D.C., Baltimore, Philly, New York City, looks like primarily a rain event. Well, let's walk through this upcoming major storm that will get underway on Tuesday and really have an effect on the Mid-Atlantic region right into the day on Thursday. Lots of pre-Thanksgiving travel will be interrupted by the storm. Again, heavy rain is the primary event here coming from this storm along the I-95 corridor. This is the forecast map from last night's 0Z GFS model run for tomorrow morning. By this time, just a little bit of precipitation starting to break out here across western Virginia and West Virginia. Now notice this blue line here. That can be thought of as a rain-snow line this time of the year. And again, there will be just enough colder air hanging around that as the precipitation breaks out, perhaps later tomorrow morning into the midday hours along the I-95 corridor, it could be a brief period of snow, sleet, or rain, but quickly changing over to rain, and the bulk of it will be in the form of rain. Let's now move ahead to tomorrow evening's forecast map. Well, by tomorrow evening, heavier precipitation moves all the way up the east coast, and notice this blue line retreating back to the north and west. Certainly by tomorrow night we'll be warm enough in the I-95 corridor for rain. Some of it will be heavy at times. Temperatures will hold steady or even rise. There could even be a kind of a spike in temperatures tomorrow night, as temperatures could actually rise all the way through the 50s in many coastal sections and even as far back inland as the I-95 corridor. But again, heavy rainfall tomorrow night. This could ultimately end up being a system that produces 2 to 4 inches of rainfall along the I-95 corridor, and you have to go pretty far west, so western Pennsylvania, western New York State, to see accumulating snow as the warmer air will come in off the ocean well inland for this upcoming event. Now here's the forecast map for Wednesday morning. Still some heavy rainfall possible up and down the I-95 corridor. This kind of a temperature line right here indicating how warmer air could very well back into the coastal region overnight tomorrow night into the early morning hours. There could be a spike in temperatures from I-95 all the way eastward to the coast. Again, snowfall confined to western New York, western Pennsylvania, but another Arctic outbreak is coming behind this system. Let's now jump ahead 12 hours. And here's the forecast map from last night's 0Z GFS model run for Wednesday evening. By this time, the cold air starts pouring in. There's a possibility that snow showers break out in D.C., Philadelphia, Baltimore, New York City on the back end of this later on tomorrow night, Wednesday night. And the winds will become quite strong indeed out of the northwest as that Arctic air pours in, and the strong winds should continue on Thursday morning. Let's now jump ahead to Thursday morning, Thanksgiving morning. By Thanksgiving morning, drier air moves in, but it will be very cold for this time of the year. In some regards, similar to the Sunday conditions, an Arctic outbreak, much below normal for this time of the year. High temperatures holding in the 30s along the I-95 corridor. Strong winds continuing in the morning hours. They may very well slacken off during the afternoon, certainly by evening, as this high pressure quickly moves in. So again, the winds will probably be worst on Thursday during the morning hours, and then should slacken off during the afternoon and evening. The cold air continues, however, right into the day on Friday. Black Friday, shopping day, certainly looks like temperatures will stay well below normal for this time of the year. However, it should be dry on Friday. Well, that's it for now. A lot of activity going on here. What very well could turn out to be the coldest Thanksgiving week nationwide in many, many years. That's it for now. For the SIWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.